Hi, Evelyn.
Hi, teacher.
Good afternoon. Okay. So today we're going to continue reviewing what we have here in our book. And we're also going to be practicing just a little bit of the reading part for the TOEFL. We're going to be focusing on practicing the skill of identifying the main ideas in each part. So we're going to start looking at what we have here in the book. Do you have any questions before we start today's class?
No, not.
Okay, perfect. Then let's start by watching a video. We're continuing with the story of Talia and Nick, the soccer player. So let's see what else is happening after they had that conversation in the study last time.
I don't think he did it.
What do you mean?
Nick. I don't think Nick did it. I have a feeling.
And you have that feeling because...
Well, for one thing, he told me he's innocent.
And you believe him?
As a matter of fact, I do. This could all be a mistake or something. This still doesn't add up. Making money is not a problem for him.
But gambling may be a problem for him.
Yes, have you ever thought about that?
He might owe a lot of people money.
And sometimes people do unethical things just because they can. Take it from me, I've seen a lot of people do stupid things. Even rich, famous people. It may not always make sense.
But except for that audio recording, we have no proof.
We had no proof. We have it now. Amy, tell her.
Sorry, Talia. The audit of Nick's bank account came in. He deposited $100,000 in his bank account a week before the qualifying match.
Let me see that. Yikes. Not what I wanted to see. But who is the deposit from?
It just says cash deposit. It doesn't say where it came from.
Wow. This looks incriminating. But I'm still going to keep investigating.
Okay. So can you tell me what is happening now in the video?
Yeah, Talia had a conversation with her co-workers, and she says that she had a feeling with Nick. She tells them that Nick told her that he didn't receive nothing about rape, and maybe should be a mistake because she thinks that Nick don't have a problem with money. Yeah. And then her coworker says that even rich people maybe can accept this type of rapes. And then Talia says that they don't have proof with this. And then her coworker have a extract of bank account, and the extract have the movement about this. Nick have received $10,000.
Exactly. Nick has received, right? $100,000. Nick has received. Exactly. So Talia thinks that Nick doesn't have a problem with money, right? Don't forget to conjugate the verbs. Nick doesn't have instead of Nick don't have. Yes, exactly. And so Talia thinks that Nick is innocent, but they show her the bank account extract, and you can see the deposit there. And she says that she's going to continue investigating, right? Even with what she's heard. Okay. Maybe remember the word even, en vez de even. Even rich people sometimes have problems with gambling, ¿no? Con las apuestas, gambling. Even rich people. Okay. So when Talia says, I have a feeling, what does she mean?
I believe that he didn't do it.
Exactly. I believe that he didn't do it. So she has a feeling that Nick is innocent. Now, according to Talia, what is not a problem for Nick?
Making money.
Making money is not a problem for him. Exactly. What does the audit of Nick's bank account show?
Nick took $100 of his bank account before the match.
Are you sure that it shows that Nick took $100,000 out of his bank account?
Nick put.
Nick put $100,000 into his bank account. Porque esto no es tan preciso, ¿no? Porque the audit only says that there was a cash deposit, no, un depósito en efectivo, but they don't say who it came from. So we don't know if it was Nick who put this $100,000. Maybe somebody else put it, but they can know. Okay, great. So what we're going to see now, before we start practicing the main ideas question types, is a little bit of grammar. So for example, here, when Talia is talking about Nick, this is what she says.
This still doesn't add up. Making money is not a problem for him.
But gambling may be a problem for him.
Yes, have you ever thought about that?
So for example, she says, what does she say? What does Talia say?
Could you repeat, please, Gabriel?
Yes.
This still doesn't add up. Making money is not a problem for him.
But gambling may be a problem for him.
Yes, have you ever thought about that?
So what does Talia say?
He still doesn't add up.
Exactly. This still doesn't add up. Ese es un phrasal verb, ¿no? To add up significa no tiene sentido. Algo está mal. Por ejemplo, add up en realidad significa contra los números, ¿no? Cuando haces una suma y al final el resultado no concuerda con los datos, puedes decir, it doesn't add up, ¿no? No tiene sentido, no, como se dice, no concuerdan los datos. En este caso, this doesn't add up, it's the same, but it doesn't make any sense. And then she says, making money is not a problem for him. No? Making money is not a problem for him. And then her coworker, Amy, says, but gambling may be a problem for him. Entonces, vamos a ver ahora lo que se llaman gerunds as subjects and objects. Do you have any idea what gerunds are?
Verbs plus ing.
Plus ing. And when do we use gerunds?
In present continuous. Past continuous. And yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, no. In the present continuous, in the continuous forms, those are not gerunds. Esos no son gerundios. Por ejemplo, I am working. Ese working no es un gerundio. She was working. Ese working tampoco es un gerundio. Or she was doing tampoco es un gerundio. Ese simplemente es un verbo. Un verbo conjugado en este tiempo. Un verbo conjugado en el presente continuo o en el pasado continuo. Por ejemplo, ¿cómo dirías en inglés? Digamos, Talia dice que, no sé, Talia dice que reportar las noticias es su pasión. How could you translate that sentence?
Talia says that report of news is her passion.
Is her passion. Yeah. Puede ser Indeed, Talia says the report loses her passion. Pero hay algo que está mal. Y aquí es donde debemos usar un gerund. Un gerund, como tú dijiste, es el verbo más ing, pero no es un verbo en realidad, sino que se vuelve un sustantivo. Talia says that, lo correcto sería, reporting the news is her passion. Reportar las noticias es su pasión. Entonces no digo report the news, sino reporting the news. O reporting. ¿Por qué no report? Lo que pasa es que hay que aprender a distinguir un verbo de un gerundio. Un verbo es cuando está conjugado, es decir, cuando está conjugado a una persona y a un tiempo. Pero este report, ¿será que está conjugado en alguna persona y algún tiempo?
No.
No, ¿verdad? Porque ¿quién reporta las noticias? Nadie. ¿Cuándo se reportan las noticias? No sabemos, ¿no? Estamos hablando en general, no de un report como verbo, sino de la acción de reportar las noticias. Entonces, este report no es un verbo. ¿Por qué no es un verbo? Porque no está conjugado, ¿verdad? ¿Quién reporta? Who reports the news? No sabemos, ¿no? Incluso podemos olvidarnos del Talia says. Si solamente tuviéramos la segunda cláusula, reporting the news is fun, por ejemplo, or is interesting, lo mismo. ¿Ese reporting será un verbo?
No.
No es un verbo, ¿verdad? ¿Por qué? Porque no está conjugado a una persona. ¿Quién está reportando las noticias? No sabemos. No, nadie, no importa, ni tampoco es un tiempo. Entonces, ¿cuándo utilizamos los gerundios? ¿Cuándo utilizamos el verbo con ing? Cuando queremos hablar de una acción en una oración. Es decir, yo ahora en esta oración de acá, reporting the news is interesting, I am talking about the action of reporting the news. ¿No? Estoy hablando de la acción de reportar las noticias. Estoy describiendo esa acción. ¿No? I'm describing the action of reporting the news. En realidad, reporting se vuelve un noun. Reporting the news, todo esto viene a ser el sujeto de la oración. Porque ¿de qué estoy hablando? De reportar las noticias. ¿Y cuál es el verbo? What would you say the verb is in this first sentence?
Interesting.
Interesting is the verb, are you sure?
Is.
Is es el verbo, ¿no? El verbo to be. Entonces, reporting the news is, ese llega a ser el verbo. ¿Será que es verbo? Sí. ¿Cómo sabemos que es un verbo? ¿Por qué? Porque está conjugado a algo específico. Está conjugado al reporting the news, ¿verdad? Al it. It is. Y además está en un tiempo específico, en presente, ¿no? It is, podríamos pasar en pasado. It was, it will be, todos esos son verbos. También en este caso, reporting no es un verbo. Por más que parezca un verbo, no es un verbo, sino que es un sustantivo, se vuelve un sustantivo. Reporting the news is interesting. Entonces, utilizamos gerunds when we talk about the action of doing something and when we are transforming a verb into a noun. So, reporting the news is interesting. We can also say playing the guitar helps your motors, let's say, helps your coordination. ¿No? En ambos casos estamos hablando de una acción. La acción de reportar las noticias, ese es el sujeto. Is es el verbo. And interesting ya es el complemento. Pero lo importante es que report no es un verbo, sino es un gerundio. Reporting. ¿Por qué? Porque viene a ser un sustantivo, el sujeto de la oración. Lo mismo acá, ¿no? Playing the guitar. That is what I am talking about in this sentence, ¿no? Eso es de lo que estoy hablando, ese es el sujeto. ¿Qué estoy diciendo de playing the guitar? That it helps, ese es el verbo, la acción. En lo demás es el complemento. Entonces, we use gerunds when it's the subject of our sentence, when it's a noun. ¿Más o menos entienden hasta aquí la idea? Questions so far?
No, no dicho.
A ver, pero hay diferentes usos, no solamente es ese. Ese es uno de los más comunes y honestamente con el que los estudiantes mayormente tienen problemas. Entonces, pues veamos qué tenemos acá.
Hello. Remember me? I'm Emily, your grammar coach. Learning English can be fun. Do you enjoy studying online? The words learning and studying are gerunds. Today, we're going to practice using gerunds as subjects and objects. Let's begin.
For example, she says, learning English can be fun. Aprender inglés puede ser divertido, ¿no? ¿Por qué hay esa diferencia? Si te das cuenta, en español decimos aprender inglés puede ser divertido, ¿no? Tenemos el verbo en su forma infinitiva. Aprender inglés puede ser divertido. Pero en inglés no lo tenemos en su forma infinitiva, ¿no? No decimos to learn English, ni tampoco learn English en su forma básica. Decimos learning English. ¿Por qué crees que hay esa diferencia?
No sé, para diferenciar que a veces en inglés estamos hablando del sustantivo y no del verbo, porque solamente puede haber un verbo en la oración.
Exactamente. Por eso mismo, porque hay que diferenciar un verbo de un gerundio. Lo que pasa es que en español los verbos se conjugan y de muy diferente manera. Es decir, el verbo aprender, por ejemplo, ¿no? Aprender. Ese es el infinitivo del verbo en español. Y si lo quiero conjugar a diferentes personas, ¿qué pasa? Digo, yo aprendo, ¿no? En el presente yo aprendo. Tú aprendes. Él aprende. Nosotros aprendemos. Ustedes aprenden. Entonces, si te das cuenta, tenemos tantas formas. Aprendo, aprendes, aprende, aprendemos, aprende. No es lo mismo que el aprender, ¿no? No es que digo yo aprender, tú aprender, el aprender, sino que se conjugan los verbos y tienen formas diferentes. En cambio, en inglés, ¿cómo sería? I learn, you learn, he learns. Ahí ya, sí, es un poco diferente, se le añade la S, pero luego they learn, you learn, we learn. Entonces, si te das cuenta, en español, los verbos al conjugarlos en el presente no cambian tanto. Es decir, solamente cambian en tercera persona singular, ¿no? He, she, it. Pero todos los demás es tal cual. Learn, 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 learn. Entonces, en español no es necesario ponerle algo más. No es necesario decir algo como diferente acá. ¿Por qué? Porque no se va a confundir con un verbo. Aprender no está conjugado. Es en el infinitivo. Entonces, no nos vamos a confundir con uno de estos. En cambio, si en inglés yo dijera, learn English can be fun, este learn parece un verbo, ¿no? Parece que estuviese conjugado con I, con you, con they, con you, con we, no sabemos. Entonces, por eso es que en inglés es necesario siempre que esté en gerundio. Learning English can be fun. No puedo decir simplemente learn English can be fun, porque si pongo learn English, ese learn, como tú dijiste, parece un verbo. Y no es un verbo, es un sustantivo, ¿no? No es, entonces tiene que ser learning. Por eso es que hay esa diferencia. ¿Se entiende?
Sí.
Okay, let's see what else we have. So it says a gerund, as you said, is the base form of the verb plus ing. Remember, when we add ing to a verb, there are often spelling changes.
A gerund is the base form of the verb plus ing. Remember, when we add ing to a verb, there are often spelling changes. Play, playing.
Make, making.
Shop, shopping.
Okay. Entonces, como tú dijiste, ¿no? Es la forma básica más el ing. Ahora, esto es lo que te decía. A gerund acts like a noun and it can be the subject of a sentence. Puede ser el sujeto de nuestra oración. Por ejemplo, Amy said, gambling may be a problem for Nick. Entonces, gambling es el gerund, ¿no? Es el verbo to gamble más el ing, gambling. Y es el sujeto de nuestra oración, porque el verbo es maybe, ¿verdad? Apostar puede ser un problema para Nick. Ahora, algo que es importante recalcar es que el gerundio de Gerald is always going to be singular, siempre singular. Es decir, siempre toma la forma de un it, ¿no? Learning English can be fun. It is very entertaining, ¿no? Learning English, it is entertaining. Entonces, learning English se vuelve it. Todos los gerundios, todas las acciones se vuelven it. Entonces, es tercera persona singular. Así que siempre hay que seguirlo con la forma, conjugando correctamente, ¿no? Making money is not a problem for him. No digo are, porque es tercera persona singular, es como si fuese un it. Making money, it is not a problem for him, ¿no? No es making money, are not a problem for him. Entonces también es importante. That's also an important fact. Is it okay so far? Any questions?
No, lo dicho es que.
Okay. And this is another thing. A gerund sometimes can also be the object of a verb. A veces los gerundios se utilizan después de ciertos verbos. Esto es una cuestión más de vocabulario y de aprender, no es una regla en sí. Pero hay ciertos verbos que son seguidos por un gerundio. Por ejemplo, el verbo enjoy es el que probablemente más se conoce, que siempre se sigue con un gerundio, ¿no? I enjoy listening to music. Entonces, a mí me gusta escuchar música. ¿El verbo cuál es en esta oración?
Enjoy.
Enjoy, ¿verdad? El sujeto es I, el verbo es enjoy. Entonces, este no es un verbo, este es un noun, ¿no? Pero en este caso es el objeto de la oración. Ya no es el sujeto es I, pero él es el objeto. El objeto es la cosa, la persona que recibe la acción. I enjoy listening to music. Entonces, después de la palabra enjoy, si queremos hablar de una acción, siempre es con ing, siempre es un gerund. Hay otros verbos así. Por ejemplo, el verbo keep también es un verbo que se sigue con un gerund, ¿no? I am going to keep investigating. You need to keep working hard. You need to keep doing it like this, ¿no? Entonces, después de keep siempre va ing. Hay otros verbos que también se pueden usar con ing. Por ejemplo, el verbo like. I like listening to music. O si yo quiero, también puedo poner I like to listen to music. A veces tenemos dos opciones. Ambos están correctos. Hay otros verbos también, por ejemplo, el verbo stop. Can you stop doing that? ¿Puedes parar de hacer esto? Can you stop doing that? Can you stop crying? O el verbo quit. I quit drinking. Dejé de tomar. I quit drinking. I quit smoking. Entonces hay algunos verbos que vamos a ver que siempre son seguidos por un gerund. ¿Ok? Por ejemplo, keep, enjoy, like. Y finalmente, esta es una regla muy útil. Los gerunds usualmente siguen a una preposición. Prepositions are words like about, after, before, for, of, on, with, and without. So if you're going to use one of these words, and after the word you're going to use, and you're going to talk about an action, then it has to be with ing. No? For example, I need to talk to you about changing the schedule. Tengo que hablarte sobre cambiar, about changing the schedule. I am going to talk to you after finishing my homework. Después de terminar, after finishing my homework. Before finishing my homework. I need to find a quiet room for taking the test. Necesito encontrar una habitación tranquila for taking the test. I think she was, I don't know, off, on. A ver, con off podría ser. Maybe the essay. Okay, I don't know, I can think of an example with off. Pero lo mismo aplica con estas otras palabras. With, without, off. Okay, after looking at this bank statement, we have photos. Después de ver este bank statement, solo tenemos un. Entonces, vamos a practicar, vamos a ver algunos ejemplos que van a aclarar la idea, pero esas son las reglas.
Okay.
Okay? Entonces, tres reglas básicas. We use gerunds when we are talking about an action in a sentence, right? When it's the subject of our sentence. Listening to music is fun, reporting the news is interesting, playing the guitar helps your coordination. Entonces, when we're using it as the subject of the sentence. We can also use it after certain verbs, después de verbos específicos, like keep, enjoy, stop, start y demás. Y después de preposiciones, como about, after, before, for, of, on, with, and without. Okay? Is that okay so far?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay, perfect. Let's see what we have here. Okay. So it says, first work alone. We're going to read these ideas in the chart below. And we're going to put an X next to anything that you think you might do in the future. Then we're going to take turns. And well, we're going to be asking, okay, these are modals about. So, for example, aquí tenemos un ejemplo de un verbo que usualmente se utiliza con un gerund, continue. I'm going to continue studying. Es lo mismo que keep, ¿no? Keep studying. Okay, but let's see. Where is our practice for gerunds? Okay. Okay, here it is. This is our practice. So we're going to complete these statements below, and we're going to be using the gerund form of one of the verbs in the word pool, or you can use your own ideas if you want. You can use any verb that you want. So for example, number one, what can the sentence be?
Sorry, my microphone was up. Maybe traveling alone can be dangerous.
Exactly. Traveling alone can be dangerous. Okay. What about the second? I really enjoy.
I really enjoy going to concerts.
Okay. I really enjoy going to concerts after the word enjoy. Number three.
Living alone is no. Maybe singing in public is fun to do.
Okay. Singing in public is fun to do. Singing in public is fun to do. All right. What about number five?
I always avoid working out.
I always avoid working out. Bien, después del verbo avoid, también. If we're going to talk about an action, then it has to be a gerund. I always avoid going to the gym. I avoid working out. Number five.
Moving to another country is exciting.
Moving to another country is exciting. Okay. Number six.
My favorite weekend activity is going to clubs.
Going to clubs. And number seven.
Hiking in the mountains is what I like to do on vacation.
Okay, hiking in the mountains is what I like to do on vacation. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and well, you can tell me about whatever you want. So for example, do you think that living alone is fun? Or do you think that living alone is something that everybody should do once in their life?
Yeah, I think that living alone is like a every study, I don't know how to say foráneo.
Foráneo?
Yeah. Como que no eres de la ciudad.
A foreign?
Foreign nation, yeah.
Okay. Every
Um,
foreign,
yeah, it's a good experience. Obviously, like all experience have to difficult parts, but it's like a growing to a person.
okay. It is, right? Don't forget that when you're talking about something, you always need to use the subject. It is an interesting experience. It has siempre con el it. Okay, muy bien. So yeah, I would say that everybody should try it at least once. It's a must. It's a must for every foreign student. Okay. What about going to clubs? What do you think about that? Do you think that going to clubs is a fun activity for the weekend? Do you think that maybe, I don't know, it's just something that you should do a couple of times a month? How often do you think that, how often do you go to clubs? What do you like about going to clubs?
I think sometimes it's like exhausting for your body. And my recommendation is you should go to clubs, but not every weekend. Maybe you can go to do other activities. Yeah, but it's part of the university experience.
Okay, exactly. Part of the university experience, going to clubs. So, for example, when I am asking, what do you think about going to clubs? ¿No? Entonces uso la preposición about y después siempre gerundio, going. O también puedo preguntarte, what do you like about, or what is the most fun part of living alone? ¿No? De vivir solo. Ahí está un ejemplo con of. What's the best part of living alone? ¿Cuál es la parte más bonita o la mejor de vivir solo? Of living alone, about going to clubs. So what do you think is the best part of living alone?
Maybe you feel free for organize your time and your own schedule. Maybe you have the opportunity to learn about yourself. You have to learn maybe do households, yeah.
Okay. You have to learn to do household tasks.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you say about organizing your time?
Maybe, for example, when you are living with your parents, you have like a strict schedule about the eats or dinners or something like this. But when you living alone, you feel free for organize your time.
Okay, muy bien. You feel free for organize, ¿no? Aquí justamente estamos usando un verb. Después de las preposiciones como for, about, of, siempre con ing. So you feel free, you have the time for organizing your things, right? Or you feel free for organizing your time. Muy bien. Okay. What about getting up late? Are you a morning person?
Yeah, I am a morning person.
So
because
early is important.
Yeah, it's important because you have more energy in the morning. Or maybe me, I am a morning person because I have more energy in the morning, but in the afternoon sometimes I feel like tired or exhausted, and I don't maybe feel more energy.
Okay, great. So you have a lot of energy in the morning. Honestly, to me, I think it's the other way around. I don't know why, but I really can't get anything done in the mornings.
Mm.
But I think it's a good thing to be a morning person because that way your day will be long.
Yeah.
What do you think about gossiping? Do you think it's okay to gossip?
I think maybe in some part of your life is like a normal, maybe gossip. Maybe in teenagers is normal, but mature person obviously is maybe not a good idea because you have more, maybe you have the power to hurt other people. Yeah.
Okay, exactly. So yeah, it's normal to gossip a little bit. It's fun sometimes when you get together with your friends and you gossip. You get together cuando te juntas. But yeah, sometimes it can be hurtful for other people. Okay. Do you like working out?
Yeah, I like working out because I am like a I don't like maybe work in an office because I bored faster, but working out I think that the time is maybe will be faster. You enjoy it.
Okay, nice. So you get bored faster if you are working in an office. If you have maybe, okay, you have office jobs. Okay. Yeah, so these are gerunds. We're going to continue working with them, looking at other verbs that are followed by gerunds. But I think you get the idea, right? When we're talking about an activity, going out, going to clubs is fun. Waking up early is hard for me. I don't know. I enjoy going to clubs. You have more time for organizing your things. So after prepositions like for, about, of, with, without, on, off, after certain verbs like enjoy, avoid, keep, continue, stop, start, and when you're using the gerund as a noun. Yo diría que esa es la regla más importante, ¿no? Cuando lo utilizas como un sustantivo. So those are the rules. You okay so far? Any questions about that?
No, not yet.
Muy bien. So coming back to the TOEFL IBT, we're going to be practicing one very important skill for the reading section, which is identifying the main ideas in different paragraphs, in different passages. So let's see. Okay. So when you're reading, the most important part when you're reading, like let's say in the beginning, and then when you're answering some questions, is to understand the main idea of each paragraph. Now, how do you understand what the main idea of the paragraphs are? So some tips that I can give you. Well, first of all, what is the main idea? The main idea, it says, is the central and it's the most important idea in a paragraph or passage. It states the purpose and sets the direction of the paragraph or passage. It's usually going to be one sentence or one phrase. Now, it can be stated in the first sentence. It's normally stated in the first few sentences, but not always. Sometimes it's at the end, sometimes it's somehow split, sometimes you have like a little intro and a little conclusion, so it's both in the first sentence and in the last. Sometimes it's in the middle. So we don't really know where it's going to be, but I would say that maybe 70% of the time it will be in the first sentences. Now, one very important thing is to learn to distinguish details than big ideas. Because every single paragraph usually contains one big idea, and then you have supporting details. Tenemos una idea principal y luego detalles y evidencia que prueban y que apoyan a esa idea. For example, could you please read this paragraph that we have here, these 3 sentences?
It is often said that high leg never strikes twice in the same place, but this isn't true. Go ask the forest rangers, a ranger who spend their summers as firefighters will tell you that every thunder shower brings several bolts of light to their local situations.
Okay, any vocabulary here?
No. Thunder showers. No. Bolts.
Volts, voltios, ¿no?
Volt.
De electricidad. Okay. So for example, in this paragraph, the main idea is the one that's underlined. It's in the beginning, but it's not always going to be in the beginning. Now, if you think about it, the main idea here, it's stated in one very common way. Está en una forma muy común. Primero se presenta una idea, algo que la gente tiende a creer, algo que se dice. Usualmente se dice que a lightning never strikes twice in the same place, ¿no? Este es un dicho común. But this isn't true. Esta es la idea principal en realidad, ¿no? Que no es verdad que un lightning never strikes twice in the same place, que nunca cae en el mismo lugar 2 veces. ¿Y cómo sabemos que es la idea principal? Primero, porque es una idea general, ¿no? No están hablando de un lightning en específico. They're not talking about one place in specific. They're not talking about one specific event. They're talking about lightings in general, places in general. But if you look at the next details, these are details, ¿no? Estos son detalles. ¿Por qué? Porque ya nos enfocamos en un grupo de personas específico, forest rangers. We're talking about one specific place, their lookout stations. We're talking about a specific time, ¿no? Their summers as firefighters. Toda esta es evidencia que prueba esto, ¿no? Dice, no es verdad que un lightning nunca cae 2 veces en el mismo lugar. ¿Y la evidencia cuál es? Los forest rangers, ¿no? Los cuidadores de bosque. They spend their summers as firefighters, and they will tell you that every thunder show brings several bolts of lightning to their lookout stations. Entonces, caen más de una vez los rayos. Entonces, the first sentence is the main idea, and then you have supporting details or evidence. No siempre va a estar al principio. Por ejemplo, can you please read this other paragraph?
Costs were low that year and the output high. There was a good person for each job and the market remained firm. There were no losses from fire. All in all, it was the best years in the history of the company.
All in all, ¿no? All in all. Muy bien. So in this case, the main idea is at the end. Todos estos son detalles, evidencia que prueban que it was the best year in the history of the company, que este año era el mejor año en la historia de la compañía, ¿no? ¿Por qué? Todo esto es la evidencia de por qué. Why? Because costs were low, because the output was high, because there was a good person for each job, because the market was good, because there were no losses. Entonces, todas estas son evidencias, explicaciones que apoyan a la idea de que era un buen año, ¿no? Para la compañía. Entonces, en este caso, hasta el final. Entonces, ¿cómo nos damos cuenta? Estos son detalles específicos, ¿no? Y además que parece una lista de cosas. No se trata solamente de costos, no se trata solamente de las personas, los empleados, ni tampoco del mercado, ni tampoco de las pérdidas, ni de las ganancias. No se puede tratar de cada una de estas cosas. Tenemos que buscar algo que resuma todo. Todo lo que resume todos esos detalles es que it was a good year for the company. Entonces, la idea está al final. O en otros casos, la idea va a estar al medio. So can you please read this one here?
There are great numbers of deer around here. This whole area is great country for hunters and fishermen. There are bears, mountain lions, and coyotes. To the east, there are streams full of trout, and there are ducks and geese. Teacher, what is for What is- Oh. Fishermen. Pescadores.
Pescadores. Any other word? Deer son ciervos, ¿no? Trout, trucha.
Yeah, okay.
So, for example, in this case, the main idea is in the middle. Y tenemos un montón de detalles, animales específicos, ¿no? Deer, bears, lions, coyotes, trout, ducks, geese, todos esos son detalles. La idea principal es que esta área, this area is great for hunters and fishermen, ¿no? Para los cazadores y los pescadores. Why? Because you have a lot of different animals, like all of the ones mentioned here. Entonces, a veces esto puede pasar, aunque es muy poco común. Y a veces la idea está al principio y tenemos una pequeña conclusión al final. So, can you please read this last paragraph?
Yeah. Advertising actors of life every day. Brands names are common household words. We start each day using the toothpaste, soap, and breakfast food promoted by advertisements. Ads have made the cars we drive scenes of our success. Our choices of food, dress, and entertainment with segued by ads. No one aspect of American life is untouched by advertising.
All right, thank you. So, in this case, we have a main idea in the beginning. Advertising affects our lives every day. Tenemos ejemplos de eso, ¿no? Our household words, toothpaste, soap, breakfast, our cars, our choices of food, dress, and entertainment. Everything is affected by advertisement. And then we have a short conclusion at the end. Not one aspect of American life is untouched by advertising. Entonces está al principio y al final. Y eso pasa a veces también. ¿No? Tenemos una conclusión, entonces siempre hay que prestar especial atención al principio y al final, porque ahí es donde usualmente están las main ideas. Y los detalles son los supporting details. Any questions?
No, teacher.
Okay. So, for example, what would you say the main idea of this paragraph here is? These are the options.
A.
Okay, are you sure? Taxes are much too high. Esta es una idea verdadera. This is true, and this is supported by the text, but I don't think it's the main idea. Esto es muy común tener en el TOEFL. Al principio nos presentan una idea, es como el del lighting, ¿no? People often refer to taxes in terms of their being much too high. Eso es verdad. La gente a veces dice que los taxes son muy altos. In reality, they are probably even higher than you think. Esa es la idea principal. Entonces, primero presentan una idea que no es la principal y luego añaden algo, ya sea en contraste, decir, pero en realidad no son tan altos o en realidad son más altos de lo que creemos. Entonces, la idea principal es que los taxes are even higher than you think. ¿Por qué es la idea principal también? Si nos fijamos los detalles, ¿qué es lo que los detalles nos están diciendo? Nos dicen, aparte del federal income tax that we are studying, there are many other federal, state, and local taxes. ¿No? Inheritance taxes, state income taxes, personal property taxes, real estate taxes, and others. These are just some of the most obvious ones. Entonces, nos está diciendo los detalles que aparte de los que se conocen, hay muchos otros que tal vez no son tan conocidos o no son tan obvios, como dice acá, ¿no? Entonces, la idea principal es que es verdad que los taxes son altos, pero son más altos de lo que uno cree. Entonces, sería ¿verdad?
Mhm.
Entonces hay que distinguir entre ideas que sí son ciertas versus ideas que son las principales. Este párrafo está tratando de decirnos pagan más impuestos de los que creen, ¿no? Entonces, option B. No es acerca de los detalles, estos son detalles. Este puede ser tentador, pero no es lo mismo. No es lo mismo decir que la gente no se da cuenta o que no conoce estos taxes, a decir que estos taxes son ocultos. Porque ocultos ya tiene otra implicancia de que están ocultados por alguien, ¿no? Y eso no es lo que dicen acá. Entonces, option B would be the correct. ¿Entienden? So far? Okay, what about the next one? What do you think is the main idea there?
Sí.
Here is impressive because of its high speed. I don't know, we're going to see. So it says, ¿dónde dirías que está la oración principal acá? What's the main sentence?
Both of these ideas are false. Yeah.
Ok, es muy bien, esa es parte de la parte principal, pero dice, entonces, ¿qué es lo que es falso? Both of these ideas are false. So it's false that computers are mysterious, complicated science, right? And the computers are giant brains. That is false information. So what is the true information?
A computer is basically just a high speed adding a machine that performing function is still off.
Exactly. A computer is basically just a high-speed adding machine that performs the function is told. Estas son las ideas principales, ¿no? Que no es nada misterioso ni nada demasiado complicado. Simplemente a high-speed adding machine that performs the functions. ¿Por qué son las ideas principales? Porque después los detalles tratan de probar esa idea, ¿no? Que simplemente es un adding machine, a high-speed adding machine. Porque dice, if the input data are varied even a little, the computer is unable to operate until it's programmed to accept the variations. Entonces, si falla un poco la entrada, entonces la computadora falla. Es simplemente una máquina, ¿no? Que hace lo que se le dice que haga. The business operations it performs are impressive only because of the extremely high speed of manipulation. Aquí nos dice, las operaciones de negocios son impresionantes solamente por la rapidez. But most of these operations have been used for decades. Pero las operaciones han sido hechas por humanos por décadas, ¿no? Entonces nos está diciendo, lo único que impresiona es su velocidad. Está refiriéndose a la misma idea acá. A computer is basically just a high-speed adding machine that performs the functions it's told, ¿no? Solo hace lo que le dice, lo que está programado, a una velocidad rápida. Ajá, era eso. Unlike man, the computer performs repetitive calculations without getting tired or bored. Esa es la única diferencia, ¿no? Con los hombres. No se cansa ni se aburre. Entonces, what would you say the main idea is now?
Okay.
A computer is a high-speed adding machine. Esa es la idea principal, explicar que solamente eso. Tal vez faltaría, a computer is only a high-speed adding machine. Esa es la idea principal, ¿no? Entonces, no es que es a mysterious giant brain, de hecho eso es lo contrario, eso es lo que es falso. It's not that it's impressive because of its high speed, porque no, la idea principal no es que es impresionante, sino que aquí dicen que solo es impresionante por su velocidad, pero que lo que hace es lo mismo que los humanos. Y definitivamente no es decir que es superior a un hombre, más bien dice que es lo mismo, solo que no se cansa ni se aburre. Y además que las comparaciones es una trampa muy común en el reading, ¿no? Hacen comparaciones falsas. Siempre que es comparación es muy poco probable de que sea. Entonces, opción A, ¿verdad? Hay que preguntarse siempre, ¿qué ideas están ayudando, están probando estos detalles? Es la idea de que solamente es lo mismo que un hombre, pero a velocidad rápida, ¿no? Y sin cansarse y sin aburrirse. Eso es lo que está probando esta idea, que es básicamente estas dos ideas de acá, ¿no? Que es falso, que son complicados genius, and it's just a high-speed adding machine. Entonces, option A. Entonces, es cuestión de tener mucho cuidado para identificar las ideas principales, pero es una habilidad que hay que practicar bastante y que te va a ayudar un montón. Entonces, vamos a continuar viendo eso también mañana. Pero por ahora sí te voy a asignar un poco de práctica acá del libro para gerunds, a little bit of vocabulary, maybe some listening, kind of the same as yesterday. Okay, Adi?
Could you send me the PDF?
Yes, I will send you the PDF, and you can practice do the other options, and send it to me, and I can give you the answers. Okay, you have a few more. I can send it to you right now, although lo voy a enviar por WhatsApp. Okay, lo voy a escribir. Okay, Adri, do you have any questions before we go?
No, teacher.
All right, then please don't forget our daily survey. It should be on your screen. And I'll see you tomorrow in class.
Okay, done. Thank you, teacher. See you tomorrow.